So what do I need to produce crochet hair content? Where am I putting this crochet hair? In my head. What is my head saying? Girl, you doing too much. Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, we're going to talk about a little elephant that's going on in the room right now. Now, in the over 5 years that I've been creating content, I don't think I've ever touched on this topic personally. I might have answered a question about it in a Q&A video, but I don't think I've ever touched on it personally, honestly, because I don't think I was affected by it. But if you guys have been following me specifically for the last 3 months, I've been experiencing a little issue with my hair and my installs. I'm going to insert some clips of that issue, but as you can see, my edges have not let me be great with my last 3 installs. I think I started noticing it really with my darling flexi rod hair. Started thinking of it as a issue really when I had the lake wave hair in, the majesty twist hair in, and now currently with my ocean wave hair in. And it's that my edges are coming out at a rate that they haven't come out at in the last 5 years that I've been reviewing content. Some of you guys are new to my channel, and I always welcome you guys in who are new. Welcome in. Come on, smash that subscribe button. Join us, but we're gonna have a candid conversation today. And I think sometimes my edges do come out in some of my installs at 5 weeks, 6 weeks. You can't expect to wear crochet hair and especially do kind of the braid patterns that I do and not expect sometimes, to have a little bit of, a little a pop up here, a pop up there, but it's typically, like I mentioned, weeks into wear. I've been wearing it for quite some time, and it's just a little section, just a little area, nothing that a little bit of edge control cannot calm down, but it's been a problem these last couple of installs, and some of you guys have been trying to help solve that issue for me. I've gotten 4 reasons. A lot of you guys gave some reasons for why y'all thought it was happening, so I'm going to go through a couple of those reasons right now. But the first one was braid pattern. I got a comment that the braid pattern I'm using is flawed right now. That's the reason why my hair is coming out at the ends. Just switch up my braid pattern and I would be good to go. Now, I think there might be some credence to that. I think maybe with a different braid pattern I could get different results, but the issue is this is the same braid pattern I've been doing for 5 years. It's weird that after 5 years it's not working. I could see that comment, resonating if it's been 2 months. I'd only been doing my hair for 2 months and this issue was starting to persist. Then it's like, oh yeah, I need to switch it up. But me having done my hair, even when someone else has done it, it's been the same similar braid pattern for 5 years later, it to all of a sudden be an issue. I think it goes a little bit above the fact that it's a braid pattern. And then I got another comment that was kind of similar in that same vein that was like, I don't think it's your hair. The last couple of installs, an old braid pattern was used. I feel like that's the issue. Now, if it continues with clean hair and a fresh braid pattern, then panic. And I say to that, no, not all my last installs were of old braid pattern. The only one was the majesty twist. So the issue, if you guys have been again following me, the lake wave hair, I installed it and that's the first time I noticed it. The lake wave hair I had to take out at 2 weeks. 1, because I didn't like that hair at all, but 2, the persistence of the issue around my crown. The lake wave was a clean install. That was clean, fresh hair. The issue persisted. Now, if you watch the beginning of my install for the majesty twist hair, you saw my hairline looked janky. I redid a few of my twists because the hairline was looking janky. So that was an old braid pattern. So I only had 1. The issue persisted at the end of the majesty twist. Then I went, got my hair professionally washed. I got it done by my stylist Tony. I showed that in a recent vlog as well. And then my mom installed my last hair on fresh, clean, professionally done hair. And I'm having the issue right now. Again, I started having the issue with this hair 1 weekend. If you watch my Los Angeles vlog, my hair was coming out in that video and I had the hair in it 6 days at that point. I love that you guys are not putting the blame. You start the comment off with, I don't think it's your hair. We're starting to think it's my hair at this point, but let me go on to what other suggestions I got. I got another suggestion, I guess the obvious. You're not braiding tight enough. I got a comment that said, you're not braiding tight enough at the beginning of your cornrows. It's a simple fix. Sometimes it's hard to do with longer nails on your own head. Again, would be different if it wasn't 5 years though. You know, it's been 5 years. And now all of a sudden I have to start braiding tighter. I've always prided myself on I don't want to braid super tight at the root. And it's always worked for me not having to have to braid tight, super tight, because I don't want to rip my edges. My edges are so pure to me. I want to keep them that way. I want to keep my edges intact. And in terms of my nails, if you guys always, I think my hands are big. My hands are super long, so I never get long nails. This is the one time probably in the last year that my nails haven't been done. But when I get them done, I just get dip on top of my natural nails. I don't get long nails. I think because my fingers are so long that people sometimes think my nails are super long, but you guys can see. You see my hand? You see how there's no nail? You see, like, some people have stilettos coming out. My nail is like, so I don't like long nails. So I never have a problem with gripping because my nails aren't super long. So I get it. I probably am not braiding tight enough, but I haven't been for the last 5 years, and again, it hasn't been an issue. So I again love the suggestions you guys were throwing out. And then another optimistic thought was, do you think it's just new growth? I asked because I have the same issue with my crochet hairstyles, or maybe the braiding pattern. I would love to hear how you resolve this issue. Great video, by the way. Thank you so much for that, Michaela. Is your name Michaela? My sister's name as well. And I would love to think it was new growth as well. I would love to be optimistic that all of a sudden 5 years are deep, my hair is starting to grow faster than ever. And unfortunately, I don't think it's new growth. What I think it is and how I'm going to resolve this issue is I think it's breakage. I think I need to come to terms with I think it's breakage. Now, I got a comment in that video that said, I know you always take care of your natural hair, so I know you're keeping a close eye on everything, but just a little forewarning, my edges are starting to act similar to what yours are doing now. I kept trying to figure out what was going on without paying attention to the obvious. My edges were breaking. It was slight at first. By the time I really realized what was happening, I had a problem. So just keep an eye on that. We all know that the health of natural hair is very important to you. And you are so right. Extremely Best 67, one of my favorite commenters, always shows some love on my videos. I think you are exactly right. I responded to this comment and I was like, I think we solved it. I think we solved it. I think after each and every install, I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, maybe it's the summer. Maybe my edges are coming out due to the heat. Maybe it was San Francisco. I think even in my San Francisco video or in my Majesty Twist video, I tried to blame, oh, my edges are out because San Francisco did a number. It blew the front of my hair out. That's what it was. Even though I had kind of noticed it with my darling hair, I was like, no, it's the wind that did it. And then with the Majesty Twist, I was like, I don't know, this is weird. Maybe it is the braid pattern that I'm doing. Let me let my mom do it. And then my mom did this install and it's done it again. So I think I need to face the obvious, and it could be that I'm starting to experience some breakage. It wouldn't be weird. It wouldn't be uncommon. I have had 5 years. Again, I keep harping on that 5 years number because it's been 5 years of me constantly doing crochet braids. I've done nothing else. When I look at my peers in this space and I look at what they do, nobody focuses on one thing. They switch up their protective styles a lot of the time. I look at the people that I love and look up to, like Taste Pink. Taste Pink does wigs, she does crochet hair, just different styles a lot. The key is me. With another person I love, she does wigs, clip-ins, crochet sometimes. She switches her styles up. J. Marie, if you look at her, she does wigs, she does crochet, she does twists, she does braids, she does all of this stuff. Even Beauty can braid to an extent. She does crochet constantly. She's pretty much the constant crochet hair creator, but she does it on clients. She's not doing it on herself. She's doing it on different clients who are coming in for a service. I am doing all these styles, crochet on top of crochet, over crochet, over crochet on one person, and that person being me. It might have a toll at 5 years of constantness. It might do that. You look up articles. The first thing you look up when it says, does crochet braids cause breakage? No matter whether your hair is super thin or super thick, this style may cause breakage. That article and that verbiage came up several times over and over again, to the point where it was like, okay, so it's causing some breakage. I'm having some breakage. I need to address the elephant in the room. I think the constant push to put out more and more. I'm a crochet hair content creator. So what do I need to produce crochet hair content? Where am I putting this crochet hair? In my head. What is my head saying? Girl, you doing too much. And for one, I don't think it has anything to do with the style itself. I don't want the headline to be crochet hair causes breakage. I've done this repetitively, again, for 5 years. I didn't have a huge issue with breakage. I think it's just now starting to catch up with me. I think it's the repetitive nature of how I've done it. I think it's the repetitive nature of not wanting to be behind my, crochet hair peers on this platform, that I felt like I needed to keep up with the Joneses and produce content over and over and over again. That's is happening. I think if you're the average person who's watching me right now, who probably does have variety, you don't have a channel where your whole premise is reviewing crochet hair, so you don't have to try crochet hair. You can take breaks. You can do what you want to. You want to do a ponytail, do a ponytail. If you want to do braids, you can do braids. If you want to wear wigs, you can do that. If you want to do a wash and go, you can do that. If twist out, you can do that. Sew in, you can do that. In your own life, you probably, you're not turning on a camera to talk to people and, review hair. You have that variety. So crochet hair, the occasional 3-4 times you do it a year, it's not going to be that bad. The headline, again, is not that it's going to always contribute to breakage. I'm just saying, for me, it's starting to show some signs with that. And with anything I do, and with making these types of, statements, I'm going to get comments from people who say, well, myself, Jaleesa, Sabrina, Karen, whatever my name is, I do crochet hair 365 days. I don't do anything but crochet hair. And guess what? I've had no breakage. I've done it for the last decade. No breaks, no anything. And I have no breakage. And for that, I say good job. However, everybody's hair is different. Some people have 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C. They have fine hair, coarse hair, thick hair, thin hair, whatever the case may be. We all have different hair types, and different things and different repetitive styles are going to play in differently for our styles. I think for me right now, what's going on is I'm having a little bit of edge breakage. And I made a video last summer, or this summer, actually, it was this summer. I talked about how I'm about to start doing a little bit more breaks. I'm gonna do a little bit more breaks with my styles, and y'all were very receptive. It wasn't a vlog video. If you don't watch my vlogs, and you get only half of what I talk about. I talk about hair in my vlogs too. It's not just my normal life. But I said that, and everybody was very supportive. And then Travel Girl Summer hit, and I was all over the place with my locations, that I was like, it don't make sense to get a blowout. It doesn't make sense to do a wash and go. It makes sense to wear my crochet hair. So I wasn't really practicing what I was preaching. I preach a lot of breaks. I think in so many videos I say, take breaks, take breaks, take breaks. And then when do my breaks happen? And I saw this statement, and it said, protective styles are supposed to protect your hair, right? Actually, that's only half true. The style alone is not what protects your hair. A hair care regimen that includes protective styles is what helps you maintain strong, healthy, and growing hair. And I think about that in the same way I think about like acrylic nails. People who get acrylic nails, I've only had acrylic nails once in my life. That was back in 2006. I went to 10th grade prom, I believe, and I got acrylic nails, and I said never again in my life. So 15 years ago, but I do dip in gel now more than anything. But I know people who do acrylic nails sometimes have to give their nails some break, let their nails breathe for a wee bit. And I think that is what my hair is needing. So I think I need to practice what I preach in terms of variety with my protective styles. I care more about my natural hair. My natural hair looks good. It's fire. It's great. I need to embrace it while it's still here for me, while it's still with me, because I could be like 77 and this hair ain't gonna be the same hair that I have now at 31 years old. And I need to embrace it a little bit more and take care of it and actually listen to it. So yeah, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Probably my after the next install will be done by a professional. So I'm going to see how maybe the professional does it in a different way. But, I just booked with her and I realized this costs a lot of money. This is my first time ever getting my hair done by a professional crochet hairstylist. I mean, I get my hair done by Tony. Shout out to my stylist. But I've never had crochet braids done by a professional. This will be my first time. It's expensive. It's costly. Y'all ain't let me know. They out here charging an arm and a leg for these things. But nonetheless, I do want to see what it's like. And again, it probably won't happen. She probably does a braid pattern where she grips. She does a very good job. And so it won't happen. But there are going to be times y'all go see my real hair too. Y'all going to see my real hair. And don't panic. Don't panic. Just know that your girl has to give her hair the TLC. She has to give her hair the TLC. So it might be my real hair. It might be rigs. I don't want to feel bad for wearing my real hair out. I don't want to feel bad. Please don't kill me for wearing my real hair at some times. But I'm never going to go away from crochet hair. So there's always going to be some crochet hair on my channel. But I just need you guys to be aware. Breakage just happened, and I love that you guys might think it's my braid pattern, or I'm not braiding tight enough, or the fact that I'm using an old braid pattern, or new growth and the optimism of that. But we gotta address the elephant in the room. It's probably breakage. It's probably breakage. You know, I want to be as optimistic as you guys. So if you want to keep on this journey, see what other styles I do, see what other things I come up with, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. You don't want to miss anything I do, and give this video a big thumbs up and sound off down below in the comments. What do you think? Maybe you got some other suggestions. Maybe you don't think it's breakage. Maybe you want to, you know, throw some other things at me. I'm listening. My ears are pierced down below to the comment section. I'm listening to you guys. And make sure that you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.